Welcome to the JustCode channel to learn coding easily and quickly with me. Your likes, favorite, sharing, and subscription to this video are my biggest motivation for creating more videos. If you have any question in this tutorial, please leave a comment below. All our tutorial videos is available in both English and Mandarin. Today's tutorial, we will continue to modify the dictionary app we have created in the past tutorial to illustrate how to add Firebase Google Authentication into our apps. In the last tutorial, I had shown you how to add the normal email and password authentication from Firebase. If you have not watched our tutorial then, please watch it before proceed. To use Firebase Google Social Account sign-in method, we need to enable it first. Let's bring out the Firebase console, click on the JustCode DICT project, click on the Authentication menu item, followed by the Sign-in Method tab. In the Sign-in Method tab, click on the Google Sign-in Provider. Click on the Enable Trigger and specify the project name. We'll use the default name for this demo. Click on the Save button and update the changes. To enable Google Sign-in method in the apps, we need to install the Google Sign-in npm modules. Bring out the terminal screen and key in Young Add React Native Community Google-Sign-in and press Enter. Both iOS and Android require additional steps to configure the Google Sign-in module. For iOS, after the Google Sign-in npm module installed, issue the port install command to complete the installation. Bring out the Xcode with the project workspace open. Click on the Google Service Info.pdist. Locate the reverse client ID field and copy its value. Now, click on the JustCode DICT project on the left panel. Then, click on the Info tab. Expand the URL tab sections and click on the plus icon. Paste the copy value into the URL schemes field. That's all for the iOS configuration. Next is the Android platform configuration. First, open the build.gradle under the Android folders. Locate the build script ext section and add in the Google Play Service auth version as shown. Scroll now till the All Project Repository section. Make sure Google Methods is included. Now, open the build.gradle under the Android app folder. Scroll to the dependency section and make sure the Android X swipe refresh layout implementation is included. Then, scroll to the end of the file and make sure Google Service plugin is included. Bring out the Firebase console again. The Firebase Google Sign-in method required the Android app in Firebase console to have the app key store SHA fingerprint configured. Click on the gear icon beside the project overview and select the project setting. Scroll now to the Android app section. Click on the app, followed by click on the Add Fingerprint link. Now, we need to get the Android app key store SHA fingerprint. By default, a debug.keystore is created in Android app folder when you create a React Native project. Bring out the terminal screen again. Let's key in the following commands to get the key store SHA fingerprint. When the command is issued, the key store detail will be displayed on the terminal screen. Copy the SHA1 value as shown and paste it to the Firebase console. Click on the Save button, followed by click on the Download Google Service JSON button to download the latest Google Service.json file. Replace the existing Android app Google Service JSON with the one we just downloaded. Once the file is replaced, issue the gradle clean commands to clean the build files. For this demo, we only add the fingerprints for the debug key store. However, if we are going to release this app to the Google Play Store, we also need to add the fingerprint for the release key store. We had completed the configurations for the Firebase Google SignIn methods. Now, we need to modify the app to add in the Google SignIn features. Open the action-tab.js under the source Redux action folder. Add in the section tabs for the Google SignIn method as shown. Next, open the pageAction.js file. At the beginning of the file, we import the Google SignIn module. Scroll to the end of the file and add the page login Google Auth action method as shown. In it, we dispatch the page login Google Auth pending action, followed by invoke the SignIn method from the Google SignIn module. This method will return a token if the user has successfully signed in via the Google account. Once we receive the Google token, we will create the Google credential by passing in the ID token as shown. We then invoke the sign with credential from the Firebase module by passing in the Google credential. If the sign is successful, we will dispatch the page login Google Auth fulfill action and perform a callback. However, if there is any error during the sign-in, we will dispatch the page login Google Auth rejected action and perform a callback with the error object. Now, we need to modify the login page to add in the Google SignIn method. Let's open the index for the login page. We first import the Google SignIn buttons from the Google SignIn module. Then, we define the onGoogleLogin method, which will dispatch the page login Google Auth action as shown. Scroll to the render method just before the save area view end element. We will add in the Google Sign button element to allow the user to perform Google Sign-in. We assign the onGoogleLogin method to the onPress event. We are done with the Google Sign-in method. Let's compile and run the app in the simulator. The app has launched in the simulator. Click on the Favorite tab, and the app will show the login page with the Sign in with Google buttons on it. Let's place a few breakpoints before we perform a sign in with Google account. Now, let us click on the Sign in with Google buttons. The page login Google Auth action method will be fired. It will first dispatch the page login Google Auth pending action and then invoke the Google Sign-in method to get the token. The app will prompt the user to continue with the Google Sign-in. Click on the Continue button to proceed. The app will pop up a browser to allow users to key in their Google account emails. Click on the Next button, key in the password for the account, and click on the Next button again. The app will prompt the two-step verification for the Google account. After the Google sign is complete, the sign method will return the token from Google. Next, the app will create the Google credential based on the received token. With Google credential, the app will now invoke the sign with credential method from Firebase. If the sign is successful, the app will fire the on-out state change listener with the user object. It then fires the set authenticated action with the user object. In the section set authenticated reducer, it will update the state accordingly. Next, the app will dispatch the page login Google Auth fulfill action to complete the sign-in process. Let's check on the Redux state on the latest user object in the session state. The app will load the favorite word list as the user has logged in via the Google account. We have come to the end of this tutorial. Today, I demonstrate using the Google account to perform the sign-in. Stay tuned for our next tutorial video as I will show you how to leverage on Firebase to sync and store user data across multiple devices. If you have any question regarding this tutorial or any topic related to mobile app development you wish to know, please leave a comment below. You can follow the link to get the source code for this tutorial on our GitHub page. Your likes, favorites, sharing, and subscription are my biggest motivation to create more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye!